Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to our social science class. Today we will learn about economics, chapter 4, globalization and the Indian economy. And this is part 5. So let's start our class.
Students, in this part we will cover introduction, World Trade Organization. Students, the World Trade Organization is the international organization whose primary purpose is to open trade for the benefit of all. We will discuss more about World Trade Organization, but we should recall the contents we discussed in previous part. Students, in previous part we have seen that the Indian government after independence had put barriers to foreign trade and foreign investment. Students, trade barriers, that is tax on imports. This was considered necessary to protect the producers within the country from foreign competition, because that was the beginning of industrial revolution in 1950s and 1960s. Industries were just coming up in the 1950s and 1960s. And competition from imports at that stage would not have allowed these industries to come up. Students, starting around 1991, some far-reaching changes in policy were made in India. Government wanted to change its policies. The government decided that the time had come for Indian producers to compete with producers around the globe. It felt that competition would improve the performance of producers within the country, since they would have to improve their quality. This decision was supported by powerful international organizations. In that, it was mainly supported by WTO. Students, barriers of foreign trade and foreign investment, barriers on foreign trade and investment were removed to a large extent. And students, removing barriers or restrictions set by government is what is known as liberalization. Now students, liberalization is a policy that removes the barriers or restrictions set by government on international trade. Under this, the government imposes much less restrictions than before and therefore said to be more liberal. Now, to regulate international trade, one organization is working at international level, that is World Trade Organization. Students, the World Trade Organization, as I told you, is the international organization whose primary purpose is to open trade for the benefit of all. Students, we have seen that the liberalization of foreign trade and investment in India was supported by some very powerful international organizations. These organizations say that all barriers to foreign trade and investment are harmful because it put restrictions on MNCs. There should be no barriers. Trade between countries should be free. All countries in the world should liberalize their policies. Students, under the liberalization policy, it is thought that developing countries should allow MNCs for the foreign trade and investment because it will be beneficial to them. That's why they should invite them in their country. They should support liberal trade with them. Organization plays a vital role. World Trade Organization, that is WTO, is an organization with 160 members as in 2014, and it aims to liberalize the international trade. At the international level, the WTO has pressurized developing countries to liberalize trade and investment. Its importance is to improve the standard of living of people in the member countries. Students, here it is thought that if MNCs will start investment in developing countries, it will be beneficial for both of them. As it is beneficial to MNCs, it is beneficial to developing countries. The people in developing countries, they get employment. The resources will be utilized in a possible way. So there is need to liberalize the trade or liberalize the policies for the foreign trade and foreign investment. Students, World Trade Organization is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade, started at the initiative of developed countries. Students, developed countries, they want better access for their manufactured goods in developing countries. They want to sell their manufactured goods in developing countries so that they can make much more profit. That's why they want that WTO should pressurize the developing countries so that they can sell their products to the developing countries and make profit. They want that there should be no barriers. World Trade Organization establishes rules regarding international trade and sees that these rules are obeyed. Nearly 164 countries of the world are currently members of the WTO as in 2018. Students, WTO monitors the functioning of international trade and investment. Let us see some information about WTO. Its location is in Geneva, Switzerland. Students, it should be organization. Just do the correction. That is World Trade Organization. It is written. It should be organization. Now its location is in Geneva, Switzerland. It was established in 1st January 1995, created by Uruguay Round Negotiations 1986 to 1994. Students, here let us see, that is Uruguay Round. The World Trade Organization's trade policy review mechanism is designed to improve transparency, to create a greater understanding of the trade policies adopted by WTO members and to assess their impact. Students, the system was developed through a series of trade negotiations or rounds held under GATT, that is GATT. The first round dealt mainly with tariff reductions, but later negotiations included other areas such as anti-dumping. Students, anti-dumping is the process where a company exports a product at a price lower than the price it normally charges in its own home market. Students, the 1986 to 1944 round Uruguay round led to the WTO's creation. Membership, here it is, 164 members representing 98% of the world trade as of 30 September 2018. Its budget is 197 million Swiss francs for 2018. Secretariat staff is 630. Head is Robert Azevedo, who is Director General of WTO. So these information you learn about WTO. Students, WTO's top level decision making body is Ministerial Conference, which meets usually every 2 years. Now let us see the objectives of WTO. Students, to accept the concept of sustainable development, as MNCs are doing production in different countries, so there is need to do sustainable development. Sustainable development is here, that is, the development should take place without damaging the environment, and there should be conservation of the resources for the future generation. To protect the environment, to ensure optimum utilization of world resources. Students, optimum here, that is the best possible way of utilization of the resources in the world should be there. To enlarge production and trade of goods, there should be increase in the trade of goods. To ensure full employment and increase in effective demand, there should be employment in the countries, and the people, they should consume the products. The demand should be fulfilled. To improve the standard of living of people of member countries. As WTO pressurizes the countries, that is to do the free trade, they should liberate the trade. There is need to liberalize the policies for foreign trade and foreign investment. That is to improve the standard of living of people of member countries. As I told you, if MNCs will do investment in developing countries, definitely people will get employment, their income will increase, and they will be able to improve their living standard. So, international trade and investment will improve the living condition of the people of the member countries. Functions of Foreign Trade Organization. Students, to deal with regulation of trade between participating countries, to provide a framework for negotiations and formalizations of trade agreements. Students, it gives a platform for the negotiations about the international trade. Here, discussions are taking place, decision making is taking place here. It is responsible for enforcing trade laws and agreements. It also makes the rules and regulations regarding the international trades and agreements. It monitors trade services and trade-related aspects at intellectual property rights. Students, it monitors that the international trade and investment should take place fairly. To assist international organizations such as IMF and IBRD. Students, IBRD is also called World Bank. It is also doing the work with IMF and IBRD to provide a framework for disputes settlements. Students, as many countries are doing international trade and investments, it also solves the disputes regarding international trade and investment between the countries. Students, though WTO is supposed to allow free trade for all in practice, as its principle is that is to allow free trade for all. In practice, it is seen that the developed countries have unfairly retained trade barriers. On the other hand, WTO rules have forced the developing countries to remove trade barriers. Students, as it is open for all the countries, it pressurizes the free trade for all the countries. But on the other hand, WTO rules have forced the developing countries to remove trade barriers. It is seen that WTO mainly forcing the developing countries to remove trade barriers. But developed countries are still using the trade barriers. They want to sell their products in developing countries, but when developing countries want to sell their products in their market, then they use the trade barriers. So it is unfair. An example of this is the current debate on trade in agricultural products. Let us see as it is given in your NCERT book. Students, we have seen in chapter 2 that the agriculture sector provides the bulk of employment and significant portion of the GDP in India. Compare this is to a developed country such as US with the share of agriculture in GDP at 1% and its share in total employment a tiny 0.5%, and yet this very small percentage of people who are engaged in agriculture in the US receive massive sums of money from US government for production and for the exports to other countries. Now students, difference is here that in India mostly people are engaged in agriculture. Much more share in GDP we are getting from agriculture. But the difference is that in US the agricultural share in GDP is 1% and the share of total employment is only 0.5. Because of this, the government encourages the agriculture. Government supports them as the governments are giving subsidies to farmers. In India also farmers are getting subsidy, but not in that much amount. Due to this massive money that they receive, US farmers can sell the farm products at abnormally low prices. The surplus farm products are sold in other country markets at low price, adversely affecting farmers in these countries. Students, if in our country the US products will be sold in less price, so what will be for the local farmers? They will be not able to sell their products at proper profit. So it will affect the farmers, Indian farmers or the farmers of developing countries as they face problem. Developing countries are therefore asking the developed country governments, we have reduced trade barriers as per WTO rules, but you have ignored the rules of WTO and have continued to pay your farmers vast sum of money. You have asked our governments to stop supporting our farmers, but you are doing so yourselves. Is this free and fair trade? This is a question which is asked by the farmers of developing countries. As WTO pressurized the developing countries to remove the trade barriers, liberalize the trade, but it is not followed by the developed countries. WTO says the governments of developing countries to stop supporting the farmers. But in developed countries, this is done by the government. They give huge subsidies to their farmers. Because of that, they sell their products at low rate in the developing countries. That will affect the local market of the developing country. So students, it is a kind of partiality done by the WTO between the developed countries and developing countries. So there should be free and fair trade. Students, let us recall the facts we have seen about the WTO. Now we will see here that what is WTO and why it has been formed. Let us first recall. Students, the World Trade Organization WTO is the only international organization that deals with the World Trade Organization WTO is the only international organization that deals with the global rules of trade between nations. Its main role is to help producers of goods and services, exporters and importers protect and manage their businesses better. It was established in 1995 and its headquarters are in Geneva, Switzerland. At its heart are the WTO agreements negotiated and signed by the bulk of the world trading nations and ratified in their parliaments. Its purpose is to monitor WTO trade agreements, facilitate trade negotiations, mediate trade disputes, monitor international trade policies, and provide assistance to developing economies. So, here the main purpose of WTO, that is to liberalize the international trade and investment. It pressurizes the developing countries to liberalize their policies for the free trade so that there will be development of the economy in their countries. People, they will be able to improve their living standards. That's why it pressurizes the countries, member countries, to do the free trade. Students, in the last test your progress. Some questions are here. Try to answer these questions. These questions are: what is WTO? What was the main aim of formation of World Trade Organization? Mention any two factors that have enabled globalization in India. How are Indians struggling for fair globalization? So students, these are the questions. You should try to answer these to check your understanding. Once you should go through your NCERT book.